So for a while, I've been trying to figure out how I can live a happy life while being this autistic. And I've come to the conclusion that I just fucking can't imagine a happy ending for me at being this retarded. I've come to the conclusion that I just can't fundamentally be happy being the special needs, weird, awkward retard that people just tolerate. Because inevitably that's just what's going to happen. Regardless of how hard I try to improve myself or to find resources or strategies to get by in life, I'm only ever going to be tolerated by people. No one's ever going to enjoy actually talking to me or building a connection with me because I am just too mentally ugly when it comes to building conversations or building connections, and just with the way I compose myself and communicate. I've only been hated wherever I've gone, and I've never been accepted anywhere, regardless of the fact that I try harder than anybody to be a good person. I'm always unlikable and accidentally an asshole in all these social spaces I've gone to, and that is just because of the way my mind fundamentally works, where I can't figure out social cues and social convention, and so I'm always just the retard that people tolerate and that people might not want to be mean to, but really, don't care about and just try to ignore. Everything I'll get in society will just be a half-hearted and broken version of anything that a human should have in their life. So if I try to get a job, it's probably going to be painful. I'm probably going to fail a million interviews because of the fact that I can't make eye contact or fucking compose myself correctly or think of answers or questions or whatever. I just can't fucking figure out what's normal to say. And I can't figure out any basic skills. So any skill or job or connection that I try to build with people is going to be a disgusting and broken version of even the most base level thing you could get as a neurotypical. It will just be painless. I don't really know if it's worth it to go through all the pain to try to barely get a job and try to get friends and a relationship or whatever, because ultimately it's never going to be genuinely fucking whole and normal. It's never going to be fucking worth it and fulfilling. It's only ever going to be disgusting and broken, and it's just, there's going to be no fundamental connection with people there. It's just going to be this fucking special needs retard mode version of normal life. And I don't know if I can be happy with that. I mean, I just want to be normal. I want to be liked. I want to be, when I was a kid, I wanted to be seen as cool. I wanted to be seen as fundamentally, approachable or whatever. But regardless of how hard I've tried to change things and improve myself, it's not that I'm just fundamentally a little bit awkward. I'm extremely awkward, and there's no reconciling that, because I'm not even able to build connections with and have a good conversation with social outcasts. So my mind is so fundamentally broken that I can't have a conversation, build connections with people, or learn a skill. So at the end of the day, it's not just that I'm a little bit quirky or strange or awkward. It is completely just retardation. And I don't know, it just doesn't matter that, I'll put in 10 times more stress, 10 times more pain and effort into trying to socialize and trying to contribute to society. I will always just end up being the most hated person, the most disgusting person, I always end up having nothing. Basically fucking nothing. Even if I try harder than anybody to be a good person. I mean, all the things that people take for granted, like being accepted socially or being able to do a job, are things I'll never have because of the way I'm born. People who are fucked up and who are lazy assholes will get more love and acceptance and success in society because they don't have this fundamental mental ugliness that autism brings me. So, even if you're a really lazy asshole who barely tries at all to get a job, who really skimps out on, doing all this stuff and who just doesn't give a shit about anything, you're still going to be loved. You can still have, people who love you. You could still have a relationship that's fulfilling. You could still have a job that gives you money. Meanwhile, if I go through this cycle of stress, pain, and self-hatred for fucking years, trying to get like a single job, trying to get a single friend, trying to build a single social connection, and I completely fail and there's absolutely nothing for me because everybody fucking hates me. So, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel for me. I don't think that there will ever be any comfort I can have with social connections I have, with things that I can do that I'm good at. There's no fundamentally fulfilling normal life ahead of me. It's just pain, just cycles of pain and self-hatred and failure, only so I can be the most hated and ugly person in society, who barely gets by, who's just a special need retard that people tolerate, that no one actually likes, and no one will actually want to be with or talk to, that can't even fit in with the social outcasts, that is so fundamentally retarded that there's just like no reconciling it. Like, I just don't have a place in society. I don't know. And, I'm never going to be able to express this in a way that people understand fully, and people probably just think that I'm lazy and stupid and insane. And so it's good to know that after going through this fucking cycle for so long, where I try to do anything a lot harder than anyone else tries, and I fail anyway, to just have that just be seen as nothing for people. So I can't get a job properly. I can't fucking build a social connection. And I can't even express that in a way. I can't even find comfort or release from that. Because my mind is fucking broken and I can't even figure out how to express these things. Like, you can be like really disabled and have a lot of fucking problems, but you can still find some silver lining for you. You can still like get some kind of job. You can still find someone to talk to that you can have one fucking conversation with, where they understand you and where you're able to find comfort in. One connection with another human being that is able to be positive and not fucking painful and disgusting. But that's all it is for me. I will never have a single connection or conversation with people that's positive. Everything I try to do when it comes to socializing with people or trying to understand people, trying to be understood by people, it just ends up in failure and in pain and in self-hatred. So every time I try to find comfort in the social connection, just try to find some human connection that can be meaningful, it's just as disgusting and painful and worthless. And that's all I'm ever gonna fucking have, because this one runs way too deep. This retardation runs way too deep for me to fundamentally change my problems. The very way I think of things and think of solutions and ideas and things to say is broken and disgusting. And it's way too fundamental for me to change it. So I'll never be accepted anywhere. I'll be alone for the rest of my life. And I probably won't even be able to get a job. And even if I do, even if I fucking go through the pain and humiliation and anxiety of probably being rejected 100 times just to try to get a single job, what is it going to result in? What is the fucking light at the end of the tunnel for my life? What fundamentally fulfilling thing do I have to look forward to? Because all I'm ever going to be is I'm just going to be hated by my coworkers. I'm going to be hated by the people I try to find understanding with. I'm just going to be a parasite that's fucking tolerated, and I'm going to have nothing fundamentally that I can contribute. And no one's ever going to be able to fundamentally understand me or be able to have a positive connection with me. Just I'm way too broken to have anything correct in life. And when I was younger, I straight up didn't even want to be like autistic at all. There are some autistic people that can have decent stuff in life, but I mean it fucking depressed me to even think about how I was fucking autistic, like I had that funny special needs disorder, because I just wanted to be normal. But I mean, it runs so much deeper than that. It's not just the fact that I'm awkward or strange. It's the fact that I really am on a level of just like a low functioning retard. And that's all I'm going to be remembered as. There's nothing redeemable about myself. There's no way I can think about how I should even look at myself positively or see myself contributing to something normal. I mean, I've gone through my head a million times trying to think of some way which I can conceptualize myself like having a positive influence. Maybe I'm socially retarded, but I can be someone who programs and does a programming job, and I can contribute that way, and I can get a simple house, and it will be very modest and everything. My standards are very low, but I can't even have that. I don't think. I can't even figure out that. I mean, my mind is just so fucking broken. And even when I'm just trying to find the most simple, modest way of having anything in society, there's just nothing. There's nothing. I'm fucking unlikable socially. Everybody hates me. And I'm terrible at everything. And I can't think in social situations. I can't function in social situations. I can't figure out how to have a conversation or build a connection or what to fundamentally say. I can't figure out complicated skills. I can't do schoolwork correctly. I can't learn any skill I've ever tried. I can't do creative or abstract thinking. I can't express things in a coherent way. I mean, every part of me is just disgusting and repulsive, and everything I try just ends up being humiliating and making my life worse. So what does it really say? I mean, everything in life that you think could give you comfort just makes me hate myself more, because it just reminds me of how broken and disgusting I am. So I don't know. My mind is fucking black. I can't think of anything. So I guess I'm going to end it here once again.